So you can always tell if someone's busy. They don't have time to do their hair. No offense. But, welcome back to the Off the Clock Show. Joined again with Shawn Gervais from OrbisX CRM and Marshall Hill from Pints and Polishing Podcast and Hyper Clean Car Care Products. How you doing, bro?
Doing well, sir. Doing well.
Right on, man. Yeah. What are you sipping on today? It looks
This is
a different bottle there.
Peachy Little Thing IPA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I
Peachy
bought
little
it for
thing.
yesterday's episode, and this is the last of
Ah,
the fruity beers that I bought.
okay.
There was a comment in our group about, hey, we should have the juice slogan be something. It was like, no, man, the Fruity Pebble Gang, we own
Yeah,
the
yeah.
slogan, and juice is loose. Like, this was it. We drink juicy
Absolutely.
IPAs and all that. Like, it's
Yeah. Do you find there's like an
the
aftertaste though, or no?
say
Like,
again.
do you find there's an aftertaste? A lot of times with like fruity stuff, I find there's a kind of like a bad aftertaste.
I don't know. Let me drink another.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's the trick, right? If you just chain them, then you there's no aftertaste because there's no after.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
there's a lot of times that they put some fake flavor in.
Okay, yeah.
It's got to be the right beer, the right time.
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's what it is. The few times that I've had like fruity drinks, it kind of turned me off because I don't know, but I think it was the artificial flavor stuff. That's what leads you with that. It's not if they use real extract or something like that, then it's a different
Well,
story.
I'm curious from people if they if they've heard of or drink the beer Founders. Do
Interesting.
you? Have
No,
have you ever had Founders?
never. No.
Oh,
Interesting.
it is a good. It's a good. I think they're Michigan, I
Founders.
think, or Wisconsin,
Okay.
somewhere up
I'm making a
there.
note of that right now, though. Founders.
I want to say Michigan, but
Okay.
the reason why I bring them up is I watch La Liga. That is the Spanish league, and we specifically watch Barcelona just took the trophy against. Oh, jeez. Well, never mind. Ruin that part of it. But but there's been advertisements and there's been promotions that the beer of La Liga is Founders. And
No way.
I go, that's what I said. I said, no way.
That's crazy.
How's that possible? Right?
How is that possible?
Maybe it's the broadcast rights sponsor or something.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, it's like, wow, because I was going to go, this is really impressive for a
That's
Michigan-based brewery to be in Spain as
yeah.
and here's where I want to go, Shawn. Here's where I want to
All
go.
right.
Is it actually, did they spend the money on marketing? Right? Are they actually the sponsor that is the head beer of La Liga? That would be we really need to find this out because that's an interesting play.
Yeah.
How many of them are going to come over in about 1 month
Yeah.
here to watch the Spanish national team?
Man.
Plus, all the different people that watch La Liga
Talk about
are going
dropping
to be
seeds,
in
huh?
America,
Yeah.
and they're going to be at bars, they're going to be at restaurants. I really hope. I really
That's a
hope for marketing. I really
yeah.
hope this is playing out the way it is. I hope it is because
Man.
if they do,
Think
we
of that
go,
play though.
fuck yeah, great job,
Yeah.
Founders. Right? Like,
Cause man,
what a
that's
play!
huge.
What a
Planting
play!
that seed. That's yeah, yeah. Because that's forward thinking. That's like
Very forward thinking.
remember what we talked about a couple episodes back about creating watering holes, where instead of like always chasing gazelles and stuff and going to like this watering hole or that one, create your own watering hole and the customers come to you kind of thing. That's that whole premise is right there in play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right.
genius. Yeah, man. See, that's someone getting paid the big bucks where they're saying, okay, so I instead of always hunting, let me set traps, and the trap is, put that there, boom, people come. Yo, man,
I
that's
think marketing, Sean, they call it funnels, not traps.
oh, funnels. I call them traps. Once you're in, you're not leaving.
Right?
You're in
Remember
the funnel.
the
But
water
yeah,
parks and the different theme parks where we've talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
that? When you
yeah,
walk into one, there's another funnel or
yeah.
trap or whatever like that. I mean, when you see it
That's
happen
true.
in the real world, you got to, since we're a marketing podcast, it's
Yep.
fun to take a look and see when people market really well. And you go, hey, if this
Yeah.
works,
Then like, man,
this is an awesome
yeah, yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah,
I haven't seen it in any. I mean, I don't see in any other leagues that we
yeah.
watch. So
Man,
I don't know, but
that's interesting though. Yeah, yeah.
it would have been even more interesting if they were based in Chattanooga, because that's where Spain is hosting their
That would have been,
that's where they're going to be for what the pre-trainings or whatever. They're going to be in
yeah,
Chattanooga, not in Michigan. So that
yeah.
would have been even a better like if they could have tied that in, then you'd have gone. That's even more genius. But
We haven't seen the whole play
we
plan or
haven't.
the
I
plan play
wonder if
out.
we'll
So
see some stuff come out of
yeah,
Chattanooga or the Spanish national team. I don't know.
yeah, that's true. That's really interesting, because for me, I always like when I see things like that where it's well executed and they're marketing to they've realized their demographic, the people they need to market to, and they've set this, well, funnel, we'll call it, but they set like a trap ahead of time for a future gain. Because sometimes you don't see it. Like there was a train company, I can't remember, it's somewhere in Europe. Anyway, one of the train companies, they were only advertising future trips at their train station. And so they weren't trying to target people that were just looking to maybe take a vacation with their family, something like that. It was people that had already booked a trip. They were advertising other trips in the train station. And the reason is it didn't cost them anything extra because it's like, well, it's our billboards, it's inside our station. And while that's good, you're going to have really high conversion rates. You're going to say, wow, the people that are already taking the train are taking the train more now. And so you start looking at that and you say, fuck, our advertising's really kicking ass. But when you realize that, what about the whole rest of the population that didn't even cross their mind that, oh, we could take a, weekend trip here. We take the train and there and back. We don't have to travel, this and that. They were missing that whole market. And that's the part that always fascinates me with marketing is that it's those missed opportunities. Because oftentimes that's where you find that's where the 80%
What'd you
is.
say? Missed opportunity, Shawn.
Missed
It was Mother's
opportunity.
Day weekend. I didn't
Yeah.
see anything. Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Where's the
Hey,
videos at,
listener.
guys? Yo.
Hey, listener. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild, huh? It's one of the biggest, like, especially I gotta say this too, emotional holidays that have some sort of
Oh, listen,
emotional
I meant what
sentiment
you and I
attached.
were going to do to give them.
Yeah.
If they would have just done something, if we would have seen one.
Even one, it'd be like, oh, you win.
Now, don't somebody go into the group and put something, be like, hey, this is how I did this. No.
Yeah, yeah,
It was never
no.
posted. It was
The
never
deadline
put in the
passed.
group. We were never tagged. I didn't see any. Not one.
Yeah, yeah, not
What did you
one.
miss not only in the Mother's Day marketing, but what did you miss from Shawn and I?
Yeah,
What did you
100%.
miss?
Yeah. Ooh.
We'll never know.
Yeah, you'll have to try for the next one, That's the only thing you can do. Yeah, but those missed opportunities. So, hey, you know what? I did something, come to
There's
think about
not
it.
a next one.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Nobody
thing
thinks
though.
about that, do they? We really think
Ah,
it's been so good for so long. We really think the opportunities are going to continue to flow. We really do.
yeah.
We really do. I think that's why you get into this let's I just
Let's
want to
dive
dive
in.
right in because
All right.
I think the premise of what we want to talk about comes into this post. Where do I find the best clients for ceramic coatings? A question inside of the OrbisX Detailer Success Group,
Yeah.
and where every listener needs to be, and they
Yep.
need to go in and they need this. I love the question, and at the same time, you
Yeah.
ask, right? What did we just talk about? So you
Yeah.
gotta go,
Me,
huh?
I love the question because I love seeing people that it's a vulnerable thing to put out your business out there, especially with a group, and to be like, hey, how do I this? How do I that? Because you're admitting that you don't know the answer, and most people they want to think they know the answer at least, they've got stuff figured out, whatever. So hats off for that. But looking at the question, and it
How do
is,
we're gonna say Estera?
yeah, I think so. I think Estera, yeah,
Estera.
Estera, yeah, and
Do you roll the R there or not?
Estera, yeah, I would like. I don't know if it's so much a roll, like, yeah, it's a little roll, not like a heavy one, not like flor,
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
accent above it.
yeah. No, Estera,
But roll just a hair, right? Just a little
yeah,
tap.
just a
A
little
little
tap, yeah,
tap
just
root.
a, yeah, it's not a, just a little tap. Yeah. Jeez, we're borderline harassment here. But no, so yeah,
Oh, my
I
bad.
think
I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. My bad.
I was like, maybe we should clarify that. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no.
We're all
But
off the clock though, so
yeah,
hey.
yeah. So we roll the R. But
So
yeah,
we
I
roll
think
the R.
so we do. So we roll the R. But yeah, I think it's a great question, and the reason I think it's a great question is I actually think that what's happening here, the underlying part of the question, is something that happens to a lot of business owners, and something I've seen a lot throughout the detailing community and industry in particular, is that you're you're chugging along, the train is going, things are going, going, going. You hit a couple bumps in the road or a snag, and then it's like, oh, now I have to go completely 180 or 90 degrees in a different direction.
I read this different. I don't think there was chugging
Oh,
along. I don't
okay.
think there
What's
was
your,
all this. I don't. That's why I just talked about opportunity. That's why I
mm,
was like, hey, let's remember what we just talked about with opportunity.
yeah, yeah.
Opportunity was so flooded in, we didn't chug along. We gurgled along. Loop, loop, loop. We
Okay.
drank
I see
in.
what you're saying. Yeah.
We didn't know how to do the other stuff. The market
You
was
didn't have
so
to do the
packed,
marketing and so, yeah.
right? There were
Okay, I see
so
what you're
many.
saying, yeah.
Just say Australia. Listen, I want to go Australia for beer, right? The beer,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
right? Like that's what I think of when I thought of that. Anyway, like the opportunity. If you've been in business since, it, gosh, it's crazy to think 6 years is Corona.
Yeah.
It
That's
really is
wild, eh?
crazy to think. For those of us that were in pre-Corona, it's
Yeah.
crazy to think Corona was 6 years ago.
I know. That's nuts, huh?
I mean, and so after just that moment of that first part of 2020, the second half of 2020 to let's just call it summer of 25. Did we see some slowdown in 24 going into 25? Sure, but
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 nothing
but
mission
not
critical.
enough for
Yeah.
everybody to apparently not
Yeah.
enough for most of us apparently
Yeah.
to start to fall into a system to get into the right path to hear when Shawn and I talk about a migration that is coming and how you need to be with the right people saying, hey, go down this side, hey, go this
Instead
way,
of yeah.
hey, this is the way to go, right? Like I
Yeah.
love the Mandalorian's about to be out. You and I talked about Street Fighter and
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat too, right? But thinking of Mandalorian and thinking of Star Wars, I mean, the way. I mean, there is a reason to choose a philosophy with two
Yeah.
guys that have been recording together for now 6 years on yours
Yeah,
plus
that's
the ones
wild.
before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I read this and go, where do I find the best clients? And that's why I wanted to go, how'd you not listen to what we've said for 6 years? I mean, how many of our listeners that are right now are here, but they don't listen, right? Or whatever that
Yeah.
goes, right? Like you,
Well, here's a good case in point, actually. So I wrote a book when I first launched my auto shop. So that was 2019. I finished the book around like June of 2020, something like that. So, I was building up the business and stuff, and then I was documenting things as I went. After about, 6, 7 months, I was like, okay, I'm ready to launch this book and explain how we went from in that time frame from nothing to 7 figures. I said this might help out other people. OrbisX didn't even exist at the time, and I said, let me just put this together because it might help other business owners. I was just thinking in general, and then built OrbisX because it was going to be the backbone for our business. And then I said, well, let me just give away the book. So I started giving it away. I put it right under the marketing tab in OrbisX. There's a section that says audiobooks, ebooks, and stuff like that. And it's free. And I was talking to a guy today, and he was asking me some stuff about AI, and I was talking about this before we jumped on, but whether or not like OrbisX is going to implement AI at some point. And I was like, from day one, my guy. Yeah, I
huh?
can't tell you how many podcast episodes I talk
Fucking
about
sing the
AI.
song, goddammit. No, 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 no.
Luna, Luna, Luna. Yeah,
What
it's
the
like a
hell? right?
And he's a
Like,
listener too. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, have you been listening? I was like, holy shit. And then he says, oh, I didn't even know you had a book. And I was like, it's for free in the marketing tab, which tells me, I'm like, how much time did you spend in the marketing tab?
spending
Very
more
little.
time on
Like,
Facebook groups, trying to feel good about
then,
themselves,
yeah.
and less time actually getting the results and putting in the effort and what it would actually result something.
Yeah.
Here's going to be the biggest, like it really is going to be the biggest fumble. The biggest fumble for that generation, for the younger generation, I know who you're talking about, and I think this does come down to an age thing. And I don't mean this as
Yeah.
the old man going, I know it. I'm the old man going, hey, if I was in my young 20s, I know I would be wasting a shit ton of time and,
Yeah.
and doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing on social media if I didn't have it. I actually can go, I'm glad. And there's part of me that goes, I'm very thankful I only had a website.
Yeah.
That's all I had,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Like,
true. Because can you imagine
it,
if we had all these distractions back then? Holy
exactly.
fuck.
So I'm very empathetic here. Okay.
Yeah.
I want anybody that hears what I say and gets defensive. I'm empathetic. I'm not coming at you. Okay. As somebody that from the Pints of Polishing podcast, when I talked about it, his floors and the way he did his floors, he goes into our group and goes, "Yeah, will you come at me, bro?" And I'm like, "Listen, relax." In that
Yeah.
same moment, I said I did the same thing. Like I
Yeah.
said,
Like
I
we've
did the
all made.
floors my way because it was budget too. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried to say I'm empathetic. We can try and say it. Some people get really insulted, and I go, great. If you get insulted, I love it now. I actually do also want to go, Greg Masterson's here, and go, great, because if I insulted you, maybe you will actually have something in your brain that snaps, some emotional thing that makes you go, okay, I should listen. Okay, I should do something. Right? I
Yeah.
mean, you need
To
an
trigger that
emotional
reaction that.
attachment so that you'll
Yeah.
remember to do it. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be the old man that you don't like then. Why? Because I know how much time Shawn has been spending. And to have this question,
It's like, God damn.
where do I find them? Hey, I'm empathetic, and at the same time, I'm also going, I'm going to I'm
Do you know
not.
how many
Hold
hours? How
on,
many
hold on. I'm
hours?
off the clock. I'm not off the
Yeah.
clock. Hold on. Like, I want to cuss, right? I want to
Yeah.
scream. I do. As empathetic as I am, I'm also, hey, what?
We've
Huh?
been talking about this for
Where do I
years.
find them?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's true. And one of the things that I noticed from it too was that because that question comes up a lot. You see it in other groups. You see it. It may be worded differently. It may be structured differently. But it's always, where do I find customers for X, Y, Z? And in this case, the reason I mentioned the chugging along part is that I see it a lot where people phrase it like this: I'm getting out of X and I'm gonna get into Y. How do I find the customers for Y? And the problem there is that the only reason you should get into Y is because the customers have already found you. If you're getting a lot of questions,
I
I
see what you're
want this
saying. The
service
second
or something
part
like that.
is she says, I'm
Yeah.
switching from a general detail shop to being a ceramic
Yeah.
coating specialist.
And I'm like, why are you making that change? Here's what I've seen in the industry. That change happens because maybe they went to a trade show or maybe they saw another shop that's doing really well and they were convinced by someone else that this is the route to
Hold
go.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did you just say in real time what
Yeah.
our analogy of the river and the crocodiles and the migration is?
Yes.
And that she has just
Yeah.
listened to somebody tell
Saying
her the
this way.
wrong way to go
Yeah.
when we've been saying for 6 years together, go this way.
100%. Because what's the motivation for the pivot is my big question. Is that so? Here's what I used to see a lot when I was
She
consulting
got
businesses:
hooked by somebody, huh?
hook, line, and sinker.
She got
Yeah,
hooked.
yeah, 100%. Because listen, there's shops that only do ceramic coating that are doing big numbers. They're doing big volume. There's shops that are doing only detailing. There's shops that are doing only, I hate to say it, pet hair, and they're doing big numbers. There's businesses that do big numbers all across the board. Like some restaurants serve fancy steaks. Then there's McDonald's. The thing is that none of those businesses are going to work or be successful or function well or have any longevity without marketing. You've got to have the marketing basis, and if you master that side of things, it won't matter if you're doing ceramic coatings or if you're doing only interiors or maybe you're doing both, maybe you're switching to tinting, it won't matter. You'll be able to apply the same fundamentals. Different marketing pitch, different demographics, the same fundamentals are going to be there, because later in the same post, there was a mention about, do I need to get a degree in marketing to figure out these Google ads and stuff like that, which also tells me that this must have come from somewhere else, because somewhere else is doing ceramic coatings, somewhere else is saying Google ads are all you need, someone else is saying this and that. So now you're going to go switch your entire business model. You're essentially, what you're really doing is saying, I'm closing down my business completely and I'm starting a brand new business from scratch. That's what this really is. But by framing it as if it's a pivot, it makes the sting less, because it's like, no, I'm not closing down. No, I'm not giving up. I'm just switching gears. I'm just going into this other thing now. But it's a completely different business. You're selling a different service to a different clientele that you've even acknowledged in the thing. And this is me, once again, as well. I'm doing the same thing. I'm being very empathetic. I've pivoted in business as well, but only whenever the demand was there. I made sure that, like, if people start asking for a certain thing, we investigate, hey, should we maybe add this? So we had a lot of customers coming to our shop, for example, they had cracked windshields. So they either had a chip or they had a crack. We were referring them to a shop that was down the road, and we said, oh yeah, you should get that fixed. You know, you're not supposed to be driving with that. Winter's coming, changes of temperature in the cabin, things like that. It's going to be a problem. It's going to spread, whatever. Once we started realizing we were sending these guys a lot of business and we were getting nothing in return compared to what we could do, we said, well, let's find a subcontractor. Let's test the waters. We didn't just say, well, okay, we're not going to do detailing anymore, and now we're going to just switch gears and we're going to figure out how to do Google ads and all this stuff for windshield marketing.
Why would somebody quit detail? This is what they, right? Like, I'm switching from a general detail shop
Yeah.
to being a specialist.
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. For me,
2026?
for me, I think a lot of people missed what you just said. And the specialist word that was thrown out there is what leads me to believe that this came from somewhere else. Because we've always said this, car care. You're in car care. So detailing, ceramic coating, like it's all under the same umbrella, but somehow instead of
This time, Shawn, we get to laugh at that guy that used to tell people, send your interiors down the street.
yeah,
Send your
exactly.
regular details down the
Oh
street.
man.
Remember that guy?
Oh,
And
I
he went on
remember.
TV.
Yep.
Now he's out of business. And
Yeah.
now he's working for a brand.
Yeah. He's a
Great.
specialist.
Listen, you want to work for a brand too?
Jesus.
All good. I got no
Yeah.
issues with that. I really actually respect people that used to detail and now sell. I do. You just
Yeah.
can't talk about business because you weren't good at it. You can
Yeah,
only talk about
absolutely.
the skill, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Talk about the skill
100%.
set. But he
100%.
proved again.
Ooh. Yeah. And the lesson from him is in the bottom of that post that was made in the group, is that, so going to become ceramic coating specialist, and then in the bottom, did you see the section about the dealerships?
I didn't, huh?
Ah, okay, so hold on, let me pull
I
up the
got it
post.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
good
you got it
call.
up?
You go do. I'll do too. I'll go find it.
All right, I got it here.
Well, you're
So
going to the bottom. There's a lot of juicy content on the
there's
comments
a
at
lot.
the top.
Okay, well, we can
Okay.
dive into that and we can get
Let
to
us
it.
go
We'll
to the
go.
bottom and then back to the top.
Yeah, why not? We're rolling the R. So here we go. So because it ties in with the interior stuff, and it ties in with the move away from the detail to become a specialist in ceramic coating, is that one of the next questions is, are dealerships a possible client for repeat business?
Absolutely.
And the answer is absolutely. But, but now let's go back to the top where it says, I'm going to switch away from general detailing to ceramic coating only. What does a dealership want ultimately? They want to sell cars. They want to move units. They're in the volume game. They want you to trade in your vehicle at a very much depreciated loss so that they can resell it somewhere else. And they want you to purchase a new vehicle or a used vehicle at more than what they've paid for it. That's their business model. They need certain things to make that happen. Cars need to look good. Cars need to be cleaned. One aspect that I think a lot of people overlook is the detailing side. Not a lot of dealerships have their own detail bays, and when they do, they often subcontract it out because they're not in that business. They often subcontract it out. They don't do a great job. That's the business they're in. They ultimately don't care if they're selling a ceramic coating that lasts 9 years or 9 minutes. They don't care. They will tell customers they're in the business of, car care in a way where this vehicle is going to last you a long time. It's this and that and everything. That's just sales. They're just selling. Once you walk out that door, that vehicle is yours. Done. That's it. It's a very different dynamic. So whether you're a ceramic coating specialist, first off, the specialist title isn't going to earn you any brownie points at a dealership. Not at all. In fact, I think it would actually hurt you compared to what they're looking for. Dealerships are looking for rock bottom prices, consistency. That's a big thing that they're going to want because they don't have time to micromanage you, micromanage your team and all that kind of stuff. They just want the end result. That's what they're interested in. But you're selling to two very different markets. So we do it at our shop. We deal with a lot of dealerships and we deal with the general public. Our marketing messages to each of those groups is vastly different. Vastly different. In fact, if I was to reverse the marketing messages to each of those groups, we would be out of business. Fact. If I was to sell to customers the way we sell to dealerships, they would think that we're not going to do a good job. They would think we're not going to show up, that we don't actually care about their vehicle. They would think all of these things. And if I went to the dealerships and tried to sell them the way we sell to customers, they're going to say, well, this is going to cost us way too much money. It's going to affect our bottom line. You're caring way too much about the final result. Like, there's a whole bunch of problems there. So you really have to align your marketing messages correctly there. And I think the move to a specialist is not the great move. And I think that ceramic coating specialist and dropping the detailing is going to hurt you, actually. That's my genuine opinion. I think that, I think especially now, I think now more than ever, the phase that everyone was going through where like there was just money just being thrown around. Like
if you were in business the end of 2020, I said in episodes 2017 to 2019, that was the best time ever to be in detailing because ceramic coatings were really starting to have that uptick. And we'd never seen the finances come in that you could charge. And I'm speaking from a Oklahoma person. Got it. I got it. But that Oklahoma person also used to charge $25. I'm also that guy. So I'm going, how? Wow. This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's never going to get any better than this. And I said that publicly. Publicly. It's never going to get any better than this. 2020? What?
Through the roof. Yeah. Through the roof. Yeah. You know what? 2020 to 2023, around there, towards the end, my own shopping is included in this as well. Because like we started our shop 2019. And so that period, 2020 till 2024, end of 2023 to 2024, multi-service bookings were the norm. I'm talking people that came in, ceramic coating, I want PPF just on the hood, I want engine bay cleaning, I want the car full detail. Yeah, like the whole gamut. We almost had nothing left to upsell. It was like, fuck, they bought everything. Like, Jesus.
The good old days. Right?
Yeah, the good old days.
You can understand why people did the marketing they did, right? We used to talk about the guys that would just put themselves on there. We don't see
Yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah.
You look around, let's go for a moment. We talk marketing. Think of those brands that used to have that like magic spray that you could put on and like
Yeah.
sham wow, right? Like we can all, right? Those magic sprays, and they started to become 2 for 1, 3 for, right? Like everybody in America, right? Like, and the marketing was so everything on Facebook, and there was all this. That's gone.
Yeah. You don't see that anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nowhere. Just
nowhere.
disappeared. Disappeared.
There was a moment.
There was a moment.
Listening,
Yep.
Australia, the moment, because you mentioned the dealership. I'll rest where you were on that. Let's go to the next. The next moment, really, actually, when they're talking Facebook and Google, hey, you're asking of what was.
Yeah. Not what is. Now. Yeah.
And so then I do. When I say I'm empathetic, I am empathetic. Like,
Yeah.
where do I find the best? Where do I find them? Well, the evolution where everybody always was, well, Facebook, which I just talked about that brand, right? Their marketing's done. So Facebook, we got to understand, your money spent there, I would not do. I think you would say that, agreed. Like,
Yeah. 100%.
you're wasting
100%.
your money.
Yeah.
The next is Google, and I know that Shawn has been the massive advocate about the Google and the Google comments, the Google loves, the Google everything Google, and
Yeah. Feeling attacked here. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
No, I was joking. Yeah. Yeah.
But this is right.
No, I know
I
because
just wanted
you
them
know
to.
I'm an Android user. That's why I was like feeling attacked here.
Right? Because remember, you and I used to really go after each other. Like, I
Yeah,
would give you
100%.
a hard
I was always
time
pushing
about
hard for Google.
reviews.
Yeah,
Like,
and
are they really? And so we even get to here, right? Like, if you did the Google reviews, maybe, I don't know. I still don't think. I still haven't
I
bought.
think
I'll flip through some stuff maybe to just see if
yeah.
but reviews still, and this isn't a come at you. I'm not.
No,
Really
no, I know.
not.
Yeah,
We used to go back and forth, right?
yeah,
So I'm not going there. I didn't even mean to get
yeah,
off
yeah.
into the my review. I didn't mean to get off into that. But is even Google? Right? I mean, if you put in the time of the reviews, that's valuable. I think is where I
Yeah.
was headed in. It was like there's
Do they carry the
actual
same weight
now.
as before? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
because it was
yeah,
before, but starting that now, I don't
yeah.
know if that's even relevant, right? Like, what
It's
is
one of those
Google and
plays
where is
too.
Google relevant
Yeah,
now? I really don't think that they've. I apologize, Australia, but I really feel you're behind.
yeah.
You're wanting to do something
I,
that you should have thought about a while ago. And Shawn and I are trying to guide people through the river, and we're just the same. I don't want to say this analogy, but at the same time, I have to. The river analogy also is the guy that came from Brazil and told us that crossing over the Mexico border, he had to watch a dad and his daughter die because they couldn't swim through the river. Like, so I want you to hear me. Like, in any of you listeners, and anybody, like, we also have that. Like, we're empathetic. We're also upset that you haven't done what we've said. And then we also go, gosh, we don't want you to drown.
yeah.
We really
100%.
don't. We
Yeah.
want the best for you. And that is why
Yeah.
Shawn spent countless hours working for you.
Yeah.
That's why I said in my comment, listen, Luna's there for a fucking reason. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'll say it. It's there for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like, I
100%.
mean, so where do I find? Hit the plus button and sing the fucking goddamn song
Yeah.
and let Luna show you where you can find it. Google's done. Facebook's done. You're finished with all that. Shawn's put in the work. for the guy that joked with you about AI, what the fuck is Luna?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
I am
She's got a
dropping these
name.
F-bombs because hopefully I'll make an emotional attachment to you so
Yeah.
that you, the listener, will hit the plus button and use Luna. That
Yeah.
is your hope now. There is a line
100%.
for you. Shawn has given you a line to cross the river, to cross over. But
Yeah.
you do have to accept it, Shawn, right? Like I,
Yeah.
I, I
100%. It's
I'm
not going to happen
excited
for
about the
you.
movies coming out. I told you about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited about that. But the movies we just watched that my wife hadn't seen was The Matrix.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So we went through 1, 2, and 3.
Nice. Okay.
And I
Yeah.
get to this moment with her, and I get to this moment with listeners, and I go, listen, this is a red pill, blue pill moment.
Yeah.
For many of
100%.
you, it is. And in Australia, you listed somebody that's on YouTube, and honey, anybody can be on YouTube with
Yeah.
catchphrases and
Yeah.
SEO, and then smile the right way and have the brush and
It's true.
I'm empathetic, and at the same time, you're gonna get hooked again
Yeah.
unless you
That's a
unless you
concern
just
I have is that there's going to be some agency out there that's now like, because when I hear things like, do I need a degree in marketing? Then someone's not obviously going to go to school and get a degree in marketing. So what they're actually saying is, do I have to hire somebody? And
and then
that's,
what are you
oof,
paying for, and what level of performance are they going to get?
yeah.
You're not going to get it. That's
Because,
why I'm saying I don't think this is a either or. I mean, I'm saying I think this is an either or. You
yeah,
you got to choose what you're going to do. This is a
yeah,
red pill, blue pill moment, and in that
100%.
moment, you have to decide. I'm going all in with Shawn. I believe in what he's done with OrbisX, and I'm taking the red pill. I
Yeah.
mean, I am. You have to.
And that's how
So
you,
you have to. Like Australia and anybody else listening. If you're having a struggle to get ceramic coating customers, well, great news. Great news. Everything else is finished, but Shawn has a path for you. Take the red pill. Luna is there. He's got a
yeah,
release that's about to come out that is going to, in a sense, not
it's going to
just
find them
save
for you. Yeah.
right? Like we got to watch the end of the Matrix, right? And Keanu's and Neo's laid out. He actually he saved him. He finished it. I mean, there's so much symbolism to the amount of work,
Oh, man.
right?
Yeah.
The amount of effort, the amount of time that you've spent plugged
Yeah.
in, just fucking learning, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Literally,
remember
like,
those early scenes when he
dialed
first
in.
got
Yeah.
in? He was like another one. Like,
Yeah.
this is
That's
what you've
that's
done.
literally it. It
Yeah.
literally
Like,
is.
you
And
tell me about times where you spent a whole weekend where you didn't
yeah.
even talk to your daughters. And then
Yeah.
they would come in, you'd be like, no, 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 no,
Not
no.
now. Get out. Yeah, yeah. And they know, and they're like, okay, okay, because they know what I'm doing. They know I'll make time for them later, but they know that what I'm doing is so important in this moment that they're here for it. And I'm not going to be working forever, so those days will come. But I'm dialed in. I am dialed in. Like that's where, like I'm sure you've seen in the group lately, it's just been post after post, like 20 updates, 15 updates. People are loving them because these are all things that I've been working on while I was quiet. So I was like, let the group just manage itself, start putting these things in play. What's coming is an industry first. I'm really excited about it because it addresses this exact problem. Where do I find these clients? You don't have to worry about finding a particular type of client. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll take care of the back end. We're going to be pitching them on ceramic coatings. We're going to be pitching them on, in between maintenance programs, things like that. And they're going to be purchasing, and it just shows up right at your door, ready to install. You get a notice that just says, oh, Kimberly just added a ceramic coating to her Tuesday appointment. Awesome. You get another message. Your HyperClean order just shipped out. It arrives before Kimberly's appointment. Amazing. You just literally have to install it. And that's where when I see, for me, the biggest opportunity here is I see if you were already doing detailing and that's been working, and you said you're doing Google ads until now. So Google ads will work well most times for something like detailing, because it's very much intent based. So if you keep going with that path, you can migrate in the direction that we're recommending that doesn't have the alligators, and you can transition to also add ceramic coatings to your arsenal of things that you deploy for car care. But you won't have to worry about the sales side. You won't have to get a marketing degree. You won't have to worry about Google ads or Facebook ads or fuck, where am I with AI? You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. That's the advantage of this whole agreement, is that you just keep doing what you're doing. I think that what you need to be focused on is just clients in general. So if you already have detailing as your core service and you already have detailing customers, and then you're asking about repeat business, using the tools that are built within OrbisX to get that repeat business, reaching out to your customers, picking up the phone, messaging them, so on and so forth, that's how you nourish that repeat business. And it works so much more. Reviews are great. I've always been a big proponent of reviews, but what I will say is that reviews aren't going to get you repeat business. Your first interaction with the customer is what's going to get you that repeat business. The reviews, your presence online, your Facebook page, your Instagram page, the messages you put out in the community, the charity work, whatever kind of stuff you do, everything that makes up your brand, your identity, your business, that's what's going to land you the first customers that go into your funnel. Once they're in your funnel, though, all of that stuff doesn't matter as much. The experience they had with you, that's what generates the repeat business. Can you get them from dealerships? Absolutely. Dealerships are a staple for a lot of, especially seasonal shops. They're crucial in a lot of aspects. But you could run your entire business the way you've been running it and grow continuously without dealerships ever being on the table. Because I think dealerships would actually change your business model more than adding ceramic coatings. But you're at a pivotal moment here where you do have to pick a direction, because you're already doing something, detailing as your core service, as you mentioned, and now you're debating on ceramic coating specialist or dealerships or repeat business. Like, you're throwing out a bunch of things here. You gotta
grasping, right? I feel
yeah,
like it's somebody drowning. They're
yes.
grasping.
And they're trying to figure out this or that or this or that. They're just looking for something that works. Meanwhile, the blue and the red pill are literally right in front of you, and you're like, holy shit, okay, this is what I got to do. And so I would pick one personally. If it was me, you're already doing detailing as a core service. The easy tie-in there is repeat business. So identifying the steps to fix your repeat business problem is the only thing you should focus on right now. And repeat business can come in a lot of different forms, but it can come from referrals, the same customer multiple times, the same customer, different vehicle. There's a lot of different avenues within that. And that's where having a conversation with Luna, because yes, AI does exist within OrbisX. It's so funny to me. I've been talking about it since 2020, but Jesus Christ.
Listen, I'm
So
supposed to get paid every time we sing the song.
I know, Luna.
There.
It's so
What the
crazy to
hell?
me because, yeah, I remember doing a podcast episode. It was with another ceramic coating company that, anyway, has not been. I don't want to talk badly about people. It's not one I've ever used or would recommend using. I'll just put it that way. But I did a podcast with them talking about AI back in like fucking 2020, and I remember at the time even the host or whatever was like, AI. What is this artificial intelligence? What is that kind of stuff? And I was like, fuck, okay. So I'm explaining this, and that was in the early days of Luna, where it was a lot of just if else kind of statements, like if this, then do that, grab this information and do that. Luna has grown so much more since that day. It's insane. Like I use Luna to review a lot of my code now. And so I'm like, hey Luna, what do you think of this? Da, 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 da. And Luna's incredible now, and it's available to you guys for free. Like I haven't raised prices since day one, so it's like you're just getting this included. It's imagine, Marshall, imagine if you just woke up the next day and you were like, holy fuck, like I can now lift 25 more pounds. I can throw 100 feet further. Like that's what's happening here.
People don't click the plus sign, Shawn.
They don't go to but so I started just taking the initiative and just putting her out in the wild in places.
Yeah.
So I realized I'm like, sometimes people don't take the initiative. So something that's going to start happening, you guys are going to start seeing in your inbox, you're going to start getting a message, and it's going to say, Luna took a look at your upsells, and here's a couple claps. but you get no high fives. Luna rewrote them all. All you have to do, and it's going to show side by side. Here's yours. Here's the suggested edits. Do you approve or not? It's the only way that real change is going to start happening. Is Luna's going to start reviewing everything, and then you just have to click approve. I should take that and I should make it a red pill or a blue pill. That's what you choose.
I just went, did Australia even get to that far? Has Australia even gone to there?
Probably not. Based on this message, this post, I would say no. So much of me wants to hope so, but just like I said, like I was talking to a member earlier, and he was like, "Oh shit, you wrote a book?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I wrote like 6 of them. They're for free under the marketing tab. The first thing I'm doing, I'm checking out the marketing tab. Okay, cool, because I want to make sure I've got all my marketing stuff set up for my business. And if I see stuff in there I don't recognize, I'm like, what's this? And I'm reading through it, like, I don't know. Maybe I just have that curiosity to win. I don't know, like it's something, man.
We try and help people, but eventually there's the moment.
Back to the videos, like we're willing to give you guys free shit.
Like if you keep listening, like I don't know. It's like, come on.
I'm waiting for that thing to like click for them.
What's going to click, right? Like,
yeah.
Just going back and using that idea of Neo, like we love the action later. Well, listen, there was hours spent working.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I used you as the example of Neo, but let's put our listener into that. Like, okay, like just having an idea of something, just hearing about something, it's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah.
How do I know to say that? Listen, plenty of people make fun of my intelligence. It takes me a long time to do things. I'm empathetic. I understand. The thing about me is I'm divorced. My kids barely even talk to me now. That part of my life, right? Like I'm empathetic on the education and the mental ability, but then the mindset of how easy it's been, and well, I work from here to here. Well, that's where I'm disconnected, right? The red pill for me was I didn't understand when people didn't understand that I had to work. Like that's why I say, like, I'm empathetic because I didn't go to the soccer practice, right? I'm empathetic because, I didn't do what everybody else does in all their free time, thinking that I could just spend 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 4. Some
and then
people
I'll reach
10
my
to
goal.
3,
Yeah.
right? That because I was making so much money at a period of time, a lot of us got complacent that was going to happen. You could just do that. I've never been there, so I'm not from. I don't speak that language. That doesn't compute with me. To me, it was always been the drive, the struggle, the nothing to something.
Yeah.
And how much that was going to take.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
true.
that's my point. So many of us have that heartbeat of, I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Right? Like we have this.
You have to.
You have to. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Marshall, when I started
if you're a
OrbisX,
quote unquote entrepreneur,
yeah.
you do have to have some of this, right? Like you gotta have some heartbeat. You
100%.
do.
Yeah.
But that heartbeat, listen, Australia or anybody else that is in this moment, like you're in a pivotal moment. Like your heartbeat that used to beat, now it's got to be more extended. Just because hours of business are over, I'm not sure how your family life is or your afterlife from 6 to 10. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you need to start thinking about it. And just because the business closed at 6, at 5, whatever, you've got hours of the ownership that you really need to start working on.
That's
If you
true. Yeah.
don't, if you don't, or you go, listen, I can't. Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Shawn's got it.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Like,
then it's
I mean,
taken
it's
care of
either
for you.
or.
It's like, oh shit.
This is
Okay.
the red pill, blue pill at that moment too, right? Like, if you go, listen,
It's true.
I'm spent. I
Yeah.
actually, I could spend hours every night for months, and right. This is the empathetic of her. Right? Where do I find them? Okay, if you're somebody that goes, I just don't know. I have no clue. All good, right? All good.
Yeah.
If you can't, if you go, listen, I don't have any more time to spend between my kids, between my wife, between my husband, between between soccer, between football, between cheerleading, whatever it is, church, right?
Yeah.
I used to spend, listen, I'd spend Wednesday, a lot of times then Friday, Sunday. I used to spend sometimes 5, 7 hours a week, 10 hours a week. I wasn't just the 10% guy. Very
Yeah.
few people were even that person. So trust
Yeah.
me, when I say I understand how hard it is, how much time you got to spend, trust me, I get it. I calculated all that. I used to work in it.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
true. And
extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. Few people can actually do it.
yeah.
You
It's
can't
true.
do it, no worries. I don't blame
Yeah.
you.
It's one of those things,
Shawn's
eh?
got your
Like,
back.
yeah, 100%. And that's why we're doing this, is because the majority of people, like, I realized a long time ago when my first two companies were starting to take off, not my first two companies ever, I'm saying the first two companies that I had that started to take off. Prior to that, there were many companies I had that did okay. They did, it was a decent income, but they never really took off. It came with experience and me trying to do things. And if I look back at them, I'm like, I could have redone that company a different way, 10 times faster, maybe even in a third of the time, and it would be kicking ass because I had the experience. But if I also look back, a big part of the component was that sweat and that grit. And the difference that I've realized, like I get people tell me all the time, oh, so and so is going to start a software company, Shawn, you're going to be out of business. And I just laugh. I'm like, that's hilarious because I know the difference between what I do
It's all
and
good. You'll
what.
just outwork them.
Yeah, exactly. Because it doesn't take much. If you do even 5 to 10% more than what the average person does, it actually propels you 200% further than what that person is going to achieve. Like it really doesn't take much, but it does take that 10% extra, which is not just 10% extra work, because every time that you're working, you're sacrificing something as well. So for me, I do that extra. I work 7 days a week. So I don't take days off. It's rare that I would take like a whole day off. Not even my own birthday. My own birthday I work. Usually it's my wife's birthday, but even then she's very understanding and she's like, okay, he's gonna work for like a couple hours and then he's gonna, and then it's fun time, whatever. But I work 7 days a week. Most people, they're like, fuck, Friday afternoon, man, I'm donezo. Lock the doors, gone. And that's not putting in that extra 10%.
And that's fine,
It's
right?
if that's the life they
If
want,
that's the way you,
absolutely.
great,
Yeah,
great.
100%. I have a
Shawn's
friend
got the
like
answer
that.
for you. He's
Yeah,
about to be released.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm so fucking pumped for it. You have no idea. And I think that a key point here too to take away is like what you're doing is fine. Most businesses that I've seen don't have as big problems as they think, to be honest, Marshall. Like a lot of them, it's actually just small tweaks. I think when I see messages like this, a big thing from my experience, what I see is more a cry for help. More, there's some underlying, maybe she doesn't want to do details anymore, and that's okay. But I think
See, I don't think that. I think
people,
she got hooked by somebody saying there's so much
oh,
less money
she
with the
definitely,
ceramic
yeah,
coatings,
because of the ceramic
and you
coating,
just
yeah.
click on this, and you just sign. And then she even goes and
Yeah.
talks about this YouTube guy, and you go, That guy was just clickbait. You go, no, no, no. I can't let you go there,
Yeah.
Shawn. I can't let you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
okay,
think she got hooked in.
that's fair. I
And I
do
think
think
so
there was
many
a hook.
people get into this moment and they go search. And that's my point. No more
Okay.
searching. No more
Yeah.
searching.
It's like going to WebMD when you got like a headache or something. You go to WebMD and it's like, holy fuck, I
Shawn's
got
putting in the
cancer.
work.
You know, it's like, yeah. Okay,
Luna's there.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
That's my
fair.
point.
That's fair.
We got enough time wasted in other stuff.
Yeah,
Listen, Australia, you need to work. I mean, listen, just let Shawn do what Shawn's going to do.
yeah.
He'll help you bring
So
in the customers.
so a good case in point that ties in with something that we were talking about before we started the podcast, and I'll bring that up because it ties in. My print shop. So we still print small things, business cards. We make almost nothing on business cards. If someone's placing, for their whole staff, they need like, 20 sets of business cards, sure, we'll make a little money. Very, very tight margins on that product. And I know other print shops that have dropped certain things. We don't print those because the margins are too low. And so they're looking at things through such a lens that every transaction has to be extremely fruitful for them or else it's not worth doing. I have a buddy, we were supposed to partner up our two businesses together. He's got like $3 million in equipment. I've got similar. So we were like, let's work together and then we'll be a powerhouse. And I took one look at his business and I said, holy shit. I said, now that we've gone through numbers and stuff, I don't think this is going to work. So we still work swap here and there, but we don't work as one single entity anymore, or we never did, sorry. But the reason is because he took that approach. He started dropping a lot of the stuff that he didn't want to do. Things that we make almost nothing on business cards. We don't print those anymore. This too labor intensive. We don't print that anymore. So he started scaling things back. There can be an advantage there at times to scaling back a menu. However, he wasn't looking at the long-term play of what he actually had. The client base that was coming to him already, that you can now sell them all these other things. You can find ways of turning them into repeat customers, so on and so forth. He wasn't exercising any of those muscles. He wasn't marketing at all. And so I was telling you about an order that we were delayed in our podcast because I literally had to send this lady back an email, and I had someone place an order. We get a lot of like screw up orders, I would say, from FedEx, where someone's traveling to our city for a conference where, a lot of businesses here, the Shopify's here, like we have lots of stuff going on here. A lot of conferences and people coming from outside. They usually print something and take it with them, or it's shipped to where they're going and it arrives here and that way it's ready. Well, those guys screw up a lot. Sometimes it's UPS printing, sometimes it's a local print shop they were working with, sometimes whoever it was. In this case, it was FedEx. They ordered something from FedEx, or maybe they ordered something somewhere else and FedEx was delayed. Somehow FedEx was involved. And she reached out to our print shop. Any way you can do this for us? We need it tomorrow morning. I said, yeah, no problem, but tomorrow afternoon. She's like, okay, sounds good. So boom. We get the order in. I sent her an invoice last night. Fuck, I think it was like 11 p.m. I was talking to this lady. Sent her an invoice. I just happened to have some free time, whatever. So she comes in now and she's coming to pick up her order. And what's the first thing that my staff's going to do when she gets there to pick up her order? Ask her a couple key questions. Because we're making almost nothing on this order between the emails and the phone calls and everything. But is this an annual conference or is it every quarter or what is it? Oh, every year, we send out a couple team members for this conference. Well, I tell you what, avoid this headache next time. Keep us in mind. You're going to hear from us a month before that conference. That's our sales process. That's marketing. It's not Facebook ads and this and that. That's marketing as well. But marketing is all of your interactions with the customer when you're trying to get a future sale. So when we talk to that customer and we say, oh, you have this conference every year? Perfect. We're not asking that just to be cordial and friendly. We are Canadian, but we're not that friendly. I'm asking because I want.
If you're French Canadian, you guys, you fuckers are not. No.
Very true.
I'm
Very,
out
very, very true. Yeah.
You guys are done.
Yeah, it's so funny, and I am French Canadian. Yeah. One part of my family is French. My mother's first language is French, but my last name's Gervais. It doesn't get much more French than that. But anyway, that's 2 times now I'm attacked. But anyways, no, just kidding. So long story short, though, we nurture that relationship. Now, guess what CRM our print shop uses? So for all the members in the group that have ordered from my print shop before, I can tell you right now, my print shop uses OrbisX because it fucking works and it makes sense. So the tools are there. We use the same tools. So I get people asking me like, hey, will OrbisX work for flat glass? Like, fuck, buddy, I'm using it for a printing shop. Like, yes, it'll work for flat glass, no problem. We have some landscapers using it. There's one guy he's selling, not selling, but he's renting bouncy castles. It's like it works for all kinds of shit because marketing and business are very much the same across the board. It's the fundamentals. It's just your messaging that changes, the target audience, certain things, but by and large, the root of it is the same. So for us, in printing, that's how we get maintenance customers. That's how we sell a specialist service. So we talk to the customer, what do you need? We're going to reach out to you a month before your next conference. We've got your back. You don't have to worry about that other supplier. What we're giving them is the experience. And that's what you're really in. We say car care, but it's really car care experience because they can care for their car themselves. We're selling the experience part of that where they don't have to do the work. We're going to do it for you. And the reason I'm differentiating that right now is because what we're about to launch is going to be something that helps with the experience part where they come to your shop and you install the ceramic coating. But there's also going to be the in-between maintenance visits where they can still buy their own products and it still gets referenced back to your shop as the person that connected those dots for them. It extends the experience, but you're not directly involved at that point. But you are still the source of truth for them. You're the source of, wow, when I need car care, Estra, is my go-to. She's my go-to. So that's how you start positioning yourself, is that you're now the experience. So every interaction you have. So if you want to get into dealerships, if you want to get into ceramic coating and be a specialist and stuff, this is all doable because those are just avenues with which you're selling your existing services. You're still in business. You can add anything you want. You could literally start selling, with every detail, you get chicken and waffles. Like you could do anything you want. I mean, you need a permit, but still. But my point is, you can do any of those things. You're in the experience business, customer service. That's what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, if you want to get into dealerships, it's simple to start. Oh, thanks for coming in for your detail. Where did you buy your car? Did you buy it locally? Reach out to that dealership. You're like, hey, we just had one of your customers in here. They told us that they didn't get a ceramic coating.
Come on, man.
No, man.
That's what they should do, but they don't do it.
Fair. I was about to give away some gold that we do at our shop. It fucking works.
I know it works.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know it works. And I'm saying that to go, hey, listener, you're not going to do it.
Okay, that's fair. And that's where Luna comes in to help take care of all that shit for you. Yep, you're absolutely right there, though. You are right, because that is a trend I've been seeing, is that a lot of detailers want to do certain things, and then other things, it's not because they don't know how. They may not know how right now. They don't care to learn how.
They don't want to put in the
And then when they learn, it's almost like
tough,
it's
man.
in one ear, out the
It's
other.
very tough because we got everything else we're working on. Plus, we have to put in time learning how to
True.
do something else.
Yeah. You know, I think,
We don't
in
have
my
that
opinion,
time. That's
what you
why
just
that's
touched
why I
on,
listed the practices,
Yeah.
the other family events, all the stuff. You
Fair.
close at 6. You got to go to bed at whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
What you just said right there, though, is in my opinion, why marketing online through channels like Facebook, Google Ads, things, YouTube, is going to be changed forever, and the day of the agency is very much numbered. And the reason is because a lot of these companies have their own AIs, and so they're having the AI help you build the ads or just do it for you.
you don't need the agency, yeah.
Number two is that the time you're going to spend to learn how to do your own ads with the help of something like Luna is going to be less than the time you're going to spend choosing an agency, following up with that agency, making sure that agency is delivering, reverse engineering the ads with the agency to make sure, oh, we got to tweak this, tweak
Listen,
that.
delivering or not, you're probably in
Excuse me.
some contract for 6 months or a year.
Yeah, and then you wasted all that money and nothing's delivering, whereas AI is going to be able to help you do it. And if you use Luna and say, hey, I want to do this, plan it out, da, 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 how can I post this? How can I, do these ads? Not only do you get the how to and it walks you through it, and then you go in Google and it sets up your ads for you, but it also explains the process and makes suggestions. Whereas the ad company, they're working with whatever little knowledge they've got that worked for five or a handful of clients in one particular area, and then now they're working with you in some other area, and they're like, hey, worked 100 times before, no problem. Okay, so how many conferences do they go to a year? Do you really fucking think they have more information at their disposal than Luna? Honestly? Honestly? Jesus, man. Look, right now we're in a podcast. Luna's scouring the internet and storing shit and making connections between your business and what you're selling and what's out there. Do you think, the agencies we know, there's only a handful of them in the industry. Do you think they're even spending 12 minutes doing that? Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, they might subscribe to a couple news articles and they're like, here's what's coming in AI.
Bingo,
Get
there's
out of
right.
here.
You beat me to it. I was going to
Oh,
go,
shit.
or else then they're going to say, here's what AI
Yeah.
is going to do.
Yeah. And
Huh?
that's about it. So it's like,
You're done. Why you need an agency?
yeah,
Why do you need it?
absolutely. So
No,
here's my
no, no, no.
proposal then. Here's my proposal. Instead of hiring the agency, if you want, message me directly, hear me out. Tell me what your goals are. I'll use Luna and I'll charge you $5,000 a month as the agency fee. That's that's how we can do this. That's perfectly fine. I'm sure Marshall will carve out an hour for you as well. And Marshall's
Don't
gonna.
put me a part of that. Don't do that,
Fair enough.
Shawn. I'm not
Well,
getting into that boat.
hey, if these guys can't even submit a video to win something, the chances of them messaging,
Hold on, let me
I
take a
guess,
drink. I need to take a drink. I'm about to go.
yeah, moment of
I'm
silence for
not drinking.
that. Jeez,
I'm not.
fair enough, but
I'm not.
no,
Nobody
no,
did
no,
anything for Mother's Day. It just proves
yeah,
the point, right? It's why I've said over and over, right? Like
yeah,
they're not gonna do it. All
yeah.
good guys,
That's why
gals,
we gotta,
all good. No worries.
yeah,
Sean's
and
been working for you. You're not gonna do
exactly,
it. No worries.
yeah.
He's
And you know
got your
what
back,
though,
right?
Marshall? Reality is this too. The reason that guys listening and everyone listening, the reason Marshall and I are not judgmental and we are empathetic is because the reality is you guys aren't marketers. You're not. You guys aren't AI experts. You're not, venture capitalists or you name it. You guys are good at what you're doing. There's a reason why you're doing it, and if you're passionate about it, keep doing that.
Yeah.
The market changed in ways in recent years where it was like, holy shit! Not only do I have to be a detailer, but now I also have to be a chemist. I also have to understand how to describe a ceramic coating versus something else, and I also have to now I got to learn marketing in terms of like Google ads and Facebook ads. And what the fuck is YouTube? Oh, TikTok? So now you're doing TikTok dances in front of the cart. I get it. The responsibilities have changed a
There were
lot.
people that used to do TikTok
There
dances
really were
in
people
front of a
that
car. You're absolutely right.
100%.
There was
And
detailing brands.
yeah,
He
yeah.
sold, and everybody raved about it. He sold, and it was all so great. It's like, and then he was doing TikTok dances.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing that. What's that stupid thing where they do
Huh?
the fucking hands?
His dad built a car wash brand. He sold his business, and he
Jesus.
was then doing TikTok dances.
Yeah.
So glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
'Cause
daddy must be
I'll take
proud.
that every time.
Yeah, yeah, dig it every fucking time. But it's the reality is that the world has changed, and I get that. And the advantage is that it changed so fast that we have this new powerful magical thing out there called AI that is capable of doing a lot of this. So it's like what I tell my staff. Like we're hiring someone new right now, two people actually, and I tell them, I said, we're not looking for a role because they were like, well, what's the position? What should I put as a thing? I'm like, no, we're not looking for a role. We're looking for a workflow because the days of the roles are gone. We don't need a marketing person, a salesperson, an accountant, HR, detailer, tinter, this and that. No, 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 no. We need a workflow. So customer comes in, what's that look like start to finish? From the funnel to the final review. What does that look like? Lay out the whole process. That's your workflow. Okay, start to finish. What do you need to get that accomplished? And how we look at it is we say, what's repeatable patterns computers can do? That's for AI. What is something that's mouth and hands? That's something that the humans have to do. Those are the exceptions. We identify all the key pieces. Now we know what kind of person we need for that workflow. It's the same thing when you're doing sales. So that's where OrbisX and Luna can really help you out, because there's going to be a lot of those pieces where you're like, holy shit, I don't know how to do sales.
Not
I
to
don't know
help
how
you
to,
out. Just, just
just to
let
do it. It's not
just
even,
do it.
just do it, do it. Yeah,
I
pencil,
mean,
great.
right? I mean, at this point, there's not even a help, right?
Yeah,
Just do it.
just do it, just do it. Exactly. And
If you're
I'm
somebody posting in the group, where do I find? Okay, just do it.
just do it, just do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Sean's got
it's
the
true
red
though.
pill.
Yeah,
Listen, just take it.
it's true.
You're
It's
not going
it's
to be the
right there.
guy later regretting that he can't taste steak. You're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
the guy going, wow, this steak tastes amazing. I
yeah.
never bought steak like this before. That's what you're going to be.
That's literally the yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so true. And
You don't know, so let Shawn do it. He's
yeah,
got your
yeah,
back.
yeah. It's true. And on that note, the last thing I'll say is that there was a restaurant. There's a list of like top 50 restaurants around the world that gets published all the time, and I can't remember what number on the list, but it was like number 10 or something like that. They decided, well, they do it every year. They take the team out to visit one of the restaurants on the list, a different restaurant, and they went to visit number one or number two that this one year, and they were looking at the business start to finish. They sat down, they had a meal, they had this and that, and all of the staff pretty much got hooked in. They got hook, line, and sinker by, oh, look at the way they fold their napkins. We should fold our napkins like that too. Oh, look at the way that they do this. We should do that too. And then they took all these ideas back and they sat down with the boss and they said, hey, listen, this is what we discovered and this is what we should do now for the business. And the owner said, we don't want to do any of those things. If we do those things, we're literally exactly just like every other restaurant that's on this list. We haven't addressed any of our customers' concerns. We're just trying to copy what someone else is doing because it's working for them, or we think so, wherever they are. They said, we need to figure out what works for us and what our customers are actually looking for. So he said, I want us to go around now with that knowledge into all the different establishments within our town. So they went around. They went everywhere. High scale restaurants, low scale, family owned. They went to tea shops. They went everywhere. And the one consistent thing they found is that customer feedback was, we love coming here. The food's okay, but the coffee is great. That was the common feedback that they found in this town. So then he went back now and he said, okay, we need to become
God, I
exceptionally
love you
good.
nerd out on this stuff. I love you nerd out on this stuff. I absolutely
Thanks,
love.
man.
I'm sitting here listening to you going, listen, I love that you nerd out on this.
I do. I fucking love marketing so much. It's in my blood, man. Like I love it. And bro, they started making the best coffee ever. People came because the food was good, but after their meal, they sat down and conversed and they had the best coffee ever. And they fucking, man, they crushed it. And it's like, had they just followed what everyone else was doing, they would have been in the lake with the alligators. They would have they got hooked in. They're like, oh, we got to start folding our napkins like fucking flamingos. And it's like, no, your customers don't care about that. So do they care if you're a ceramic coating specialist? Who's the specialist for? Is it for your own ego? Or are the customers asking for that? Are customers lining up to your door right now being like, God, we would have come back here for repeat business, but you just don't have a ceramic coating specialist. Unless you have a lineup out the door, people camping in tents like they're waiting for the next iPhone, drop the specialist tomorrow. That idea is gone. That's from someone else's mouth. It's not real. It's not. Ceramic coating specialist. Crazy. I've never heard more industry jargon speech as if that came right from like someone selling. Ah, it's crazy. I get it though. It's easy. Just like the movie The Matrix, it's easy to. I just have to take this pill instead, and I don't have to think about how messed up the world is. I don't have to think about how hard it is. Like things could just be easy tomorrow. I get it. But I got in trouble when I was younger. My parents gave me this little poster thing, and they said, hopefully you turn your life around and stuff. And I did. And it said, the most beautiful destinations have the rockiest roads. And that has stuck with me forever because it has so many, like there's so much said. in just this tiny little frame. And it really is one of those things where it's like, figure out where you want to be and then ask yourself that question. 10 years from now, if I make this decision and it takes me down this path, what will I regret? If you won't regret it, make the decision. But you got to know what you're in for, because this life does come with sacrificing if you want to do that extra 10%, and it is hard. And there's no millionaire forest. They're not just growing out there. Like right outside my house right now, I got 2 beautiful vehicles, and not one detail shop has found a way to like reach out to me. You know what I mean? Like I have my own detail shop, but I'm just saying, like, all the marketing that's happening in my city, they haven't found a way to reach out to me. They haven't found me because I'm not being signaled. And that's what you got to do, is signal them. But that's where OrbisX comes in, because we know you're busy as shit. So Esra, I'm gonna roll that R, okay? Stick to what you're doing and let us control the rest. There we go. I was just joking at the rolling R, but no, we got it from here. We got something launching, guys. It's gonna be fucking amazing, game changer in the industry. It's coming from the godfather of AI. I'm gonna say that now because I've been accused of not talking about AI for some reason. So godfather of AI, been talking about it before you even knew what ChatGPT was. So I definitely been a big proponent of it, big proponent of automation. I think it's the only way to run your business. You stick to doing what you do best and let Luna take the place of 15 employees and 12 marketing companies for you. That's basically it, in a nutshell. For free. You're welcome. Well, monthly subscription that hasn't raised in 5.5 years. I think that's a fair trade. You know what I mean? So, while everyone else is jacking up prices and lowering down the shit you get, we still got your back. So, Marshall, appreciate you as always, man. Guys, stay tuned. Tune into Pints Culture Podcast as well. Great discussions over there too. More fruity beverages. And but I don't know why. My bad. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next week.
Fruity beverages.
Hey, there we go. See? Exactly.
Fruity Pebble Gang. That's who we are.
Fruity Pebble Gang. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, there we
Juice
go.
is loose.
Made up for a juice is loose. Let's go. We'll see you next week, man. Appreciate you as always. Guys, stay tuned. All right. Cheers.